Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 5 of the Labor 12 IndyCar Series here in Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Tonight, we're at Watkins, Glen International for the full course, including the boot. Qualifying just wrapping up right now. Right now, William Viola on the pole. Sorry, William, if I'm saying that wrong. Hayden Lowell trying to chase him down, only 200ths behind on their laps. This is his last chance, comes across the line right here. This will be his final lap to count. And Hayden crossed the line. And he does it. Hayden Lowell at the last second in qualifying. Maybe gonna take home that pole unless anybody else can come around and take it. Blake Giglio, I think he's still on a hot lap. And there he goes. So he's going to be done now. Not seeing anybody else out on track. So it looks like Hayden Lowell going to be our pole sitter for tonight's race. I want to say he had the pole last year at Watkins Glen. I'm not entirely sure there, but going off of memory. And one thing to take a note of is they're going to have to switch tires tonight. I'm going to let everybody know about that really quick.
Well, he was 3 for 3 for the night, so none of them were right.
Okay, that's out of the way. Hayden Lowell actually qualified on the primary tire. And it looks like a good majority of the field is only going to be on that primary tire. They're going to have to switch at some point tonight to the opposite compound. It looks like 2nd through 5th all are on the alternate tire, as well as Matt Banky in 10th. Everybody else is on primaries. And something a little different we haven't seen yet tonight. These guys are going to have seconds of push to pass rather than 10 button presses. So they're going to have 200 total seconds of push to pass to use throughout the race, which is quite a lot for a 35-minute race. I wish there was a way to adjust that with iRacing, but not at the moment. All right, let's move on to our grid for tonight's race. On the pole, Hayden Lowell.
So for clarification, even if iRacing has
Okay, sorry. I was asking about the sesh. Here we go. Hayden Lowell on the pole. William Viola, I think. Again, I really am sorry, William. I think it's Viola. In 2nd. Jeremy Brown in 3rd. Davis Greenwald in 4th. Jeff Kuchatsky in 5th. Casey Graves in 6th. Carl Rotman 7th. Blake Giglio in 8th. Garrett Boyd in 9th. Matt Banky 10th. Cliff Mullins in 11th. Daniel Llewellyn in 12th. Cody Brown in 13th. Jeremy Scherer 14th, and Zach McBride running out our 15-car field tonight. Looks like Daniel going to be starting from the pits possibly. Everybody else is on track. And that Porsche pace car that you see at road courses going to be leading us all the way around. Going to do the full parade lap tonight, I guess. Get a word with our pole sitter, Hayden Lowell. Oh, sorry about that. Hayden, it's Lucas in the booth. You got me.
How's it going, Lucas?
Hey, man. Well, got the pole position on that last lap here tonight. Got to be feeling good coming in, starting on the pole. What are we thinking for tonight's race?
Yeah, I put down a pretty solid lap there at the end. We were able to get the pole on the black tire, and just hopefully we can make no mistakes and keep it out front. When we get to the red tire, we can kind of pull away at the end.
Absolutely. So you think starting on those primaries is going to do better for you?
I think starting on the harder tire is going to be beneficial while the track rubbers up. You've got the durability of them, and then at the end you can switch to the faster tire when the track's rubbered up and they won't wear as quickly because of it. So, plus then if someone else is coming, I got the soft tire to defend on, and we'll should be in good shape. If I just last year here I made a dumb mistake and spun myself out lap 1 or 2 or whatever it was, so hopefully we can just keep it pointed in the right direction and bring it home for a good point stay at the very least.
Absolutely. Look forward to you finishing the entire race, hopefully. See that.
Knock on wood.
I thought I remembered that correctly. Hayden definitely wrecked out early on in last season's race, so definitely going to be going into this one a little bit easier, I think, on the starting laps, and that's going to be easier to do starting from the pole. You can kind of take it a little easier knowing you're going to be up front. I wish you were here for Watson's Glen. Missing my co-host tonight, Andrew Bleach. He loves Watson's Glen. Apologize for the random keystroke sounds every time we switch cameras. You can hear my keybinds that allow me to switch cameras, so I apologize for that. I don't see a fix coming anytime soon for that, so you just have to bear with me on that. All right, around our way out of turn 11, 13, I forget. I don't know, there's a lot of turns here. Final turn. Pace car is off.
Green flag.
Green flag is in the air. We're racing Watson's Glen. And an estimated 24 laps here tonight. But we do have a 35-minute race. Side by side through turn 1 with second place. Now they're single file. Those 2 wide on back. Big battle right here. Oh man, they're all over the place in the backstretch. Like a contention for the lead. Viola tried to get there. All 15 of those race cars make their way around the boot. Going through the tow section right now. Now up to the heel. And back out of the boot. Looks like everybody's making it through clean. Hayden looks like gonna lead lap 1 unless something crazy happens in this final turn. As he gets the wall, that could be a crazy thing. Jeremy Brown taking it down pit road. Hayden looks like his car's gonna be okay after that. Like I said, Jeremy Brown coming down pit road on lap 1. So not sure what happened with the 87. Maybe just a starting part tonight, but well, back up front. And those cars look crazy going through the bus stop. On board with Davis Greenwell, sitting in 4th right now. Trying to get around the 5-car Kuchatsky. check bumper of the 6th. In second place. Hayden starting to pull a gap on the rest of those 3. Casey Graves in 5th. A little bit back from Greenwell, but he's got a pretty big lead over Blake Iglio in 6th. Hayden Lowe sets the fast lap of the race, 128.6. Now working on lap 3. Looks like Llewellyn also came down pit road, possibly. Oh, he just started from the pits. My apologies. So he came out of pit road on lap 1. And my scoring thought he pitted. That car looking extra good with that new update they put out. That blue is really popping. I love it. Viola starting to reel in the 56 on Lowell. All 3 of those cars really starting to reel in the 56. Got a Let's Go Mullins in chat. How's Cliff doing? Cliff check. Top 10 right now, sitting in 9th. He's not battling with anybody. He's got a clean racetrack ahead of him. A little farther ahead, you got Rotman in 8th, Boyd in 7th, trying to get to Blake Iglio in 6th, and Casey Graves trying to reel in those 4 in front of him. They're all kind of under a blanket. Greenwell starting to fall off those top 3. Cars get so close to the wall there. One mistake and you're ripping your entire right front suspension off. Jeremy Brown back in the pits. Not entirely sure what's going on. That 87. He qualified in 2nd and gonna go a lap down pretty soon here. Alright, I think he qualified in 3rd. I take that back. We'll go a lap down. Battle for 2nd is on. Jotsky trying to get to Viola. Did not get a good bust out there for the 5. Is the closest battle on track. And Lowell up to almost 2 seconds ahead of the 2nd and 3rd place cars. Starting to build that lead, and the farther out you get, the easier it is to run your line and take it easy. Make sure you don't make any stupid mistakes. You gotta make sure you don't make a mistake on the way to getting that gap. Right now, Hayden, I would say, is pretty comfortable. Taking a look at our push to pass right now. I wish I had the ability to put it up on the tower. That would be awesome. Hopefully, soon here we can have something like that. But for now, I'll just have to relay the information. Cliff Mullen's on the push to pass at the moment. And as soon as you lift off the throttle, it disengages it again. But he has 144 seconds down on his steering wheel right there. I don't know, it's going to be tough to see on the broadcast, but it is the third number from the left in the yellow box. It says 144, that's how many seconds they have left. Take a look at our fourth place car. He's got 154. Third place has 176. Second place has 174. So some people are getting into the push to pass, but others like Hayden Lowell have not used a second of it yet. And I don't know, with 25 minutes left, I don't know if I'd be getting into it quite yet. But for somebody like Viola, he's got to try to get back up there in the draft of Hayden. I know it's a road course, but with these long straightaways at Watkins Glen, you definitely want to stay in the draft. It is a huge effect on how much fuel you can save and just, you know, how hard you have to push to stay with somebody. And right now I think Viola's going to try to use that push to pass to get back up to the 56. Oh, we lost the 35 car. Sorry, Matt. Hearing wheel problems. Gotta love hardware troubles. Have enough trouble avoiding wrecks and iRacing, and then you gotta deal with your computer and wheel and stuff taking a crap on you. This stuff just, it's supposed to be a stress reliever, and it just stresses you out more. Greenwell closing in on the 5 once again. Those two both on the push to pass right now. Greenwald looks to the inside, crosses back over. Now to the left of Perchowski. These two are going to be side by side heading into the bus stop. This is not going to end well. Oh, wow, that was close. Greenwald through the grass. That's going to be a major slowdown for the 5. Sorry, the 20. What am I saying? Not the 5. Oh, Perchotsky loose. Greenwald to the inside. And Davis Greenwald going to take over third as the 5 has a bobble. Now Casey Graves has closed in on these two in this battle. Oh man, 8.5 hours. You got to be feeling it at that point. I don't know if I can take that much iRacing in one day. Oh, I don't think you mean iRacing. I got you. That's funny that was my first thought. As we did have a pit right there. Looks like Perchotsky taking it down pit road on lap 9. That erases our closest battle on track. Now everybody's pretty spread apart. Viola almost 3 seconds behind Lowell. Greenwell over 3 seconds behind Viola. And Graves about a second behind Greenwell. When does everybody decide to come down pit road? That's the question. Oh, Casey Graves gets around Davis Greenwell. Let's see how that pass happened. Graves makes the move to the inside of the bus stop. And, oh! Jeremy Brown right ahead of him. Looks like had an incident in the bus stop. Would have never known if we didn't hear that in the background. Yeah, just got a little loose on the curbing. And ran right into that wall. And 87 gonna have to tow it to pit road. Back to Graves and Greenwell. These two still battling for third. Looks like Cody Brown may have had an incident a few laps ago as well. He's going to be out of this one. William Viola comes down pit road on lap 10. Not too much going on right now. Guys are pretty spread out. Hayden Lowell sets the fast lap of the race on lap 12 of his run. Actually, that would be his 11th lap. He set that on. Now working on lap 12. Still pretty much everybody has yet to pit. Take a look at our pit stops there on the tower. See the 6 and 5 are the only ones on the lead lap that have taken a pit stop yet. Oh, something happened to Davis Greenwell. Maybe? No, I'm sorry. Fell back a little bit on Graves. May have just had a slight bobble or something like that. about a second behind Graves. But these two approaching 10 seconds back from Hayden Lowell. Hayden has grown that gap pretty quickly. Blake Giglio, I think he had an issue. We can find it. There it is. What happened to Blake? Another bus stop accident, I think. Gets in there, hits the curbing, car slides right into the wall. I think his car was okay, but looks like he just called it a night right there. Really, it was just a little bit of wing damage. Could have fixed that in 3 seconds on the pit stop. I don't think he's too worried about it. Okay, back to live action. Cliff Mullins takes it down pit road right here, so he'll be the third lead lap car to come down. Third car on track, really. And it looks like everybody who has pit has switched to the opposite compound. So Cliff started on the primaries and he is now on the alternates. Hayden Lowell sets another fastest lap of the race. Eleven cars left on track. Had 4 DNFs already. Graves and Greenwald both come down pit road right here. Should see Greenwald put the primary tires on and Graves put the alternates. And they do. Those two are good. Should be a one-stop race, so pretty cut and dry. You just make one pit stop and switch to the opposite tire. Greenwald making a move on Graves out of the pit, straight out of pit road, and he'll complete it. Greenwald back into provisional third. And runs wide in the carousel, almost to open an opportunity for Casey Graves. Zach McBride down pit road. He's got damage on that 28 car. What happened? Oh man, he's had that damage for a while. Here it is, coming through the boot, through the toe, and car just goes wide straight into the Armco barrier. But he's gonna have to take the fast repair on that one. Garrett Boyd comes down pit road. Where he does the tire swap. I don't think he did. But he's gonna stay on the primaries, and that's gonna be a problem. I'm showing that he started the race. He qualified on the white-walled primaries, and he did not switch to the alternates on that pit stop. So either he's aware of that and he goofed and he's gonna have to come back down, or he does not know. Hayden Lowell makes his pit stop. as does Carl Rotman from second place. And that will just leave Jeremy Scherer and Daniel Llewellyn as the only ones who need to pit still. Davis Greenwell. Oh no! What happened to Greenwell? Oh, heavy damage to that 20. Let's back it up. Oh, it happened a while ago. Okay. Here we see Greenwell. I think it's going to be coming into the bus stop. The bus stop gets another one. It's going to be the third curbing, isn't it? Yep, gets the curbing. Spins down into the Armco barrier and knocks that right front off. And the bus stop claims another victim. In Lowell, he switches to the alternate tire from the primary. We good on that. Check in with our other guys that pit. You're going to see Garrett Boyd. He did come back down to switch. So I think that was just an unfortunate accident there. He didn't switch the compound before he came down, and he does come back down and puts the alternates on. That's going to hurt him in track position by a ton, having to make an extra pit stop for no reason. Looks like Jeremy Scherer, he came down and switched. I think that's everybody. I think everybody switched successfully. So good job to all the drivers out there. Just waiting on Llewellyn. He still has to come down in this race. Ethan Graves, he sets the fastest lap of the race. He's feeling good on those alternates. He still has all of his push to pass left as well. Not sure if that's going to be enough to get up to the 6 of Viola, but he's definitely going to try. Yeah, sometimes it can give you a meatball just for certain wing damage, I think. And these cars are very fragile in areas, so I am not sure. That sucks. Getting a meatball on lap 1 is never fun. Battle for 6th, Garrett Boyd and Cliff Mullins. Garrett Boyd trying to recover from that pit stop accident. He's going to be back into 6th. About 33 seconds back from 5th place of Carl Rotman. And I don't know if he's going to get that top 5. He's going to need somebody to wreck ahead of him. Or at least spin out. I hear a damaged car. Cliff Mullins with a destroyed front end. Oh, the boot. Does it get another one? Okay, so he says his brake pedal stopped working for the boot. Oh, yep. Just runs wide in the toe. Almost the same spot as who hit the wall in that same spot. I can't remember right now. Might have been McBride. Going off of memory? I'm not sure. My memory is not serving me right now. Llewellyn finally makes his final pit stop. one and only pit stop. And he should be switching to the alternates. Hopefully he remembers to do that. He's trying to navigate around Cliff Mullins there. And I can see the red going on right there, I think. So Daniel is going to be good on that. And there they are, the red walls on those Firestone tires. So confirmed everybody has switched to the correct compound. Yeah, Greenwald, I mean, after that incident, never came back out. Looks like he got a fixed up car. Maybe he didn't check the fast repair, I don't know. He's been on pit road for 5 minutes. Hasn't come back out since that wreck. Yeah, it was Greenwald. Thank you. By the way. Might just be watching the football game. I know they were watching it earlier. Oh, it's probably over at this point. Nobody throw any spoilers in there if nobody's watched it yet, but... Oh no. Oh, looks like it's still going. Okay. Oh, looks like a good game too. I'm gonna have to watch that after this. Anyway, not to get off track. There's not a lot going on the track right now. Haha, pun intended. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely won't rag on you for underconsumption. Those streaming services are getting out of hand. Just announced this week the CTC Racing Network streaming service. $9.99 a month. You'll be able to stream one race at a time per week. Or you can upgrade to the premium plan, $14.99, to watch any races you want. Limit of 3 per household. We're trying to work our way toward, wow, I can't speak, toward the members thing here on YouTube. I doubt anybody would get it, but it'd be cool to see the little join button next to the subscribe page. I think we need to hit 500 subscribers, so we're a long way out from that, but one day maybe we'll get a good broadcast and we get a bunch of subscribers. I want to work in some shorts. I don't know if you guys would be interested in watching some YouTube shorts of the races. But if anybody is good at editing for TikTok or YouTube Shorts or anything like that and would do it for free, I would appreciate that. I'm just no good at it. Alright, coming up, should have 3 laps to go at the line right here. 3.5 minutes remaining in the race. Hayden Lowell with 17 seconds over the 6 of Viola. 6 seconds back to Casey Graves. Jeff Prochatsky in 4th. 2 seconds back from Graves, so he's within striking distance. We can pick up the pace a little bit. But he's running out of time. Rodman hanging on to that top 5. And Garrett Boyd. Good recovery. But unless anything happens ahead of him, he's probably going to take home a 6th here. He's got 17 seconds over Scherer in 7th, then McBride there in 8th. Mullins comes back out of pit road. He's in 9th, so not a bad loss there. Could have been worse for Cliff. And he's got 11 seconds over Daniel Llewellyn. Everybody else is out of the race, so 10 cars left on track. That's what I've heard. Looks like Lowell coming up on Jeremy Scherer. About to put him a lap down here. That's the 15 of Scherer ahead. Yes, it is.
Hey, Jeremy.
Alrighty. Should be the white flag next time by. Prochaski's knocked that gap up to Graves down by a second. That might be a battle coming to the checkered. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Through the final two corners, going to take the white flag this time by. And white flag in the air for Hayden Lowell. 1 lap to go here at Watkins Glen. And the lead for Graves over Prochaski is, oh no, Prochaski a little bit of a bobble. No, he's good. That was a good corner for the 5. 0.6 is the difference. This might be a battle right here. He can get a sniff of that draft on the backstretch. He's going to pull up pretty quickly. Oh yeah, huge run for the 5, using the rest of his push to pass on the straightaway. He's got 2 seconds left in the bank. Casey Graves, I don't think he's had his button bound for the push to pass, because he has all 200 seconds left. Uh-oh. A little bit of an internet hiccup for us. Sorry about that. Prochaski's all over the back bumper of Casey Graves. Through the boot. Can Prochaski find anywhere to go? Broke really late right there into the toe. He's running out of opportunities. He's got 4 corners left in this track. Now to the inside, through the heel. Jeff Prochaski gets it done for now. Does Casey Graves have anything left? Oh, he gets into the back bumper of the 5. They both get wrecked.
Go ahead.
They both spin.
That's fine.
Prochaski's car is actually. Oh no! It's okay. He's just gotta limp it back. Graves is missing his entire front wing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Hayden Lowell wins the race. I'm sorry I missed him crossing the line, but he's gonna come home with the win here tonight. William Viola takes home a 2nd. Prochaski now across the line in 3rd. Casey Graves takes home the 4th. Rotman in 5th. And it's a long way back to our final car on the lead lap. That's going to be Garrett Boyd. About 1 minute and 14 behind Hayden Lowell. He's going to come through the final 2 corners and take home that 6th place. What a crazy last lap there. Not too much happened in the closing 10 minutes, but it was really cool seeing the 5 and the 4 duke it out. And it was, I don't know if anybody heard it over the radio, but the 4 did let the 5 go, I'm pretty sure. He understood that that was his position. And, he didn't want to take it like that, so a sportsmanlike move from the 4, Casey Graves. Hayden Lowell gonna come back around. We're gonna interview with him. Hey, Hayden, it's Lucas. You got me.
How's it going, Lucas?
You're burning it down here in the heel, and well, it was kind of a non-contest there in the last, I don't know, 30 minutes. I don't know, walk us through your race.
Yeah, it just played out pretty much exactly how I wanted it to. Was able to keep the lead on the black tires and kind of pull away there as the reds aged for the competitors, and got to the reds late. Kind of put as little laps on them as I could, and faster tire at the end. Just kind of able to maintain the lead and pull away a little bit more, and just hit my marks and not screw up. Had a couple of close moments in the bus stop a couple of times, but otherwise, start to finish, pole, fastest lap, I think, and burn it down in a couple more spots, and good, even really good points day. Oh, I've been killed. Daniel Llewellyn has killed me.
Just took you out.
So much for nice pictures on the front stretch at the start-finish line, but no, just good race. Good to get redemption here from last season, and P1 2 races in a row.
Yeah, you're on a hot streak here in IndyCar. I don't know, what are you looking forward to in the next few races, if you remember?
Where are the next few races at?
Chicagoland next week. That should be a fun one. Then Detroit.
I believe I'm the defending winner of that one. Defending winner of both of those.
Grab Walker.
Oh boy, we're in for a Hayden show, aren't we?
Okay, here we go. We got Chicagoland, won that one last season. I can't wait to be in a wreck next week. Detroit, another bumpy racetrack could be fine. Then Iowa, ovals are always fun, and finished second in Indy last year, so hopefully we can start getting some good points days and start making up some points here and get back to the points lead.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank the sponsors that got you to this victory lane.
Yeah, I would like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, and Madigan Motorsports, as always, for their support on this IndyCar. I'd like to thank you, Lucas, for putting on the broadcast, and Labor 12 for sponsoring our Labor 12 IndyCar series. Swiss for all the work he does, and everyone that tuned into the broadcast to watch us turn left and right.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on the win. We'll see you next week.
Oh, and Low Drag for putting up with my shit during the IndyCar. Thank you, Lucas.
Okay, see you. All right, now let's get a word with our third place finisher, Jeff Perchowski. What's going on? Taking home third place tonight, man. This crazy last lap there for you. You got around the 4, and just how was the race?
It was fun, man. These IndyCar races are always tons of fun, especially with you guys. I had no clue I was going to get by the 4 in that last lap. Overall, I did not want to start on the red tires. I qualified in the red tires because I was hoping I could get to the front row or somewhere up there. I ended up qualifying 5th, so I was at a disadvantage to Hayden and the guys behind me who were on the primaries. That's usually how I want to run the races. So I want to make sure get out front of the primaries, hold my position, let the red tires wear off from the other guys, and then hold out as long as I can and run the rest of the race. But didn't work out that way, so we had to go on the secondary strategy from the start. Made a couple moves early. That was good. Ended up getting past for who was that? Greenwell. Sent it on me on the bus stop. Got some wing damage, so right away, that was right when the fuel window opened. Had to go down pit road to try to save the strategy. Ended up getting a 5-second required from that for the wing repair, and then also cooked the tires exiting the pits. So lost 10 seconds to Viola, who was the guy that I was right behind the first part of the race. So that wasn't great, but we ended up hanging in there, getting through lap traffic pretty good. And then somehow, some way, I don't know if the 4 was saving gas, or I know he was on really old red tires, and I was on the primaries that had gone as long as they could go in this race. So I had no clue that I had a shot, but I saw slowly, half second here, half second there, went from 5 seconds to 4 to 2. And then on that last lap, I had just a little bit of push to pass left. I used that out of turn 1. Did not want to send it in the bus stop because it was going to kill both of us. Did not do that. I'm glad I didn't. And I had just a tiny bit left, probably like 3 or 4 seconds of push to pass left to get him in the toe of the boot. And then, I mean, he's a classy guy. I'm honestly glad he didn't have to let me by there. I got in front of him. I blocked him all the way down the inside of the last corner onto the on the main part of the track after the boot, and he ran in the back of me. I was a dumbass. I parked it on the inside. I braked early to try and keep the position, and he didn't have to give it to me, but he did. So I'm just glad that we both had fun because that was a really fun time.
Yeah, when I saw you running him down, I was like, yeah, we're in for a good show here on the last lap. And I don't know, speaking of that push to pass, was that an interesting thing to deal with tonight? It was a little different than previous.
Yeah, when I saw the iRacing update, I was pretty curious about how that would be because obviously in real life they do the 200 seconds and not the 10 uses. But I'd always ever done the 10 uses. I'd never done a seconds based. It ended up being that out of turn one, where you wanted to use the push to pass, turn one all the way to the bus stop, it ended up being about 20 seconds anyway, which is kind of sort of about what it would be if it was 10 uses, 20 seconds each, 10 uses. But it ended up saving me in the end because that last little burst, that 4 seconds I had to pass him at the end, that would not have been there if it was not seconds based. So that kind of saved me.
Definitely. But it was cool watching how everybody was using it. It was really cool watching you get to him, and it was definitely an entertaining final lap. I'm glad you guys put on a good show.
Yeah, this was fun. Yeah, I made some really big sends. I got to watch back the broadcast. There were some sends that nobody should be making those, but I made them work. So that was pretty cool.
Definitely. Well, you got anybody you want to shout out for the third place?
Oh yeah, just the Bean team, man. Christian, Sully, Jackson, you guys know who you are. Sad that none of you guys can make it out tonight. I know Levi usually races with us, but he's busy tonight. I'm glad I could get another podium for you guys.
Hell yeah, man. Well, appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on the third. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Thanks, Lucas. Yeah.
It's Jeff Perchatsky in the 5, taking home the third place tonight. And, yeah, didn't see a Levi Heilman tonight. He brought that up, and Levi's been really strong in the IndyCars lately, so it would have been interesting to see what he could have done here tonight. But let's roll through our final results from Watkins and Glen. Hayden Lowell taking home the win. William Viola taking home second. Perchatsky in third. Graves fourth. Rotman fifth. Garrett Boyd 6th, Jeremy Shearer 7th, Zach McBride in 8th, Cliff Mullins 9th, Daniel Llewellyn 10th, Davis Greenwell 11th, Blake Giglio in 12th, Jeremy B. Brown in 13th. My goodness, I definitely need to head to bed. Cody Brown 14th, and Matt Banky taking home our final spot in 15th. Thank you all for watching. I'm Lucas Hoitzma. It's been a pleasure. Make sure to check out the CTC Cup Series on Wednesday and the IndyCars same time next Friday for Chicagoland. That's going to do it for me tonight. See you next week.